Sure, by now you've seen this video of Ronaldo saying that you need the Champions League to win the Ballon d'Or. Wait, what? You haven't seen the video. You've just seen a poorly translated, out of context quote with a picture of Ronaldo below it and assumed that that was just what he meant. Let's just take a look at the actual video and you tell me how trustworthy you believe this translation to be.
Is the person who would be the player should be in a team that wins trophies and to win the Champions League. You know, the winner of the Golden Ball should be the winner
I more than anyone know how difficult live translation can be. But I was not satisfied with that, so I had to go to the actual source to find out what he said in the language and translate it for myself. He was being asked a question about Lamine Yamal, who he'd been glazing, by the way, for this entire interview. He was being asked, number one, what advice do you have for him? And number two, what do you think of his chances of winning the Ballon d'Or?
Bueno, a mí me gusta dar consejos a quien quiera escuchar a privado, face to face.
So first of all, he said he'll give advice to whoever wants to listen privately, face to face. And I can understand why this guy struggled to translate everything that Ronaldo was saying in Spanish, because when he speaks Spanish, he speaks like Portuguese at the same time. Like it's a mixture of the two.
No hay algo que te pueda decir que merece ganar.
There's not a single criteria that determines who should win the award.
Normalmente, en mi opinión, quien debería ganar es quien se destaca y quien gana la Liga de los Campeones.
Normally, usually, typically, in his opinion, whoever stands out in the Champions League and wins the Champions League is who deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. But the sentence before, not even the sentence before, in the first clause of that sentence, he's specifically stated there's not one criteria that you can use to determine it. So no, he didn't say you need to win the Champions League to win the Ballon d'Or. He literally said the opposite. He said there's no one criterion that can determine who wins the Ballon d'Or, number one. Number two, he said the player that stands out. This was not as much of a robbery. See what I did there? This was not as much of a robbery as he's trying to make it out, because at the time, no one was saying, I was there, no one was saying, oh, Ribery deserved the Ballon d'Or over Messi, over Ronaldo, because people could see who the best players in the world were. And Ronaldo and Messi were clear of the rest of the world for over a decade. I don't recall and haven't been able to unearth a single piece of footage of anyone back in 2013 trying to say, well, Ronaldo was undeserved winner, Ribery should have won. Not even Ribery himself or anyone from his camp, because I know at the time he knew he was not the best player in the world. This is why this guy is trying to say that the award has lost its meaning, because if the identical situation from 2013 occurred in 2025, people would genuinely be trying to convince you that Ribery is a better player than Messi and Ronaldo because he won the treble. That's why Carvajal's top 3 or top 4, whatever, and Jorginho's top 3. You know they're not the best. Like, you, not at one point did you think, oh, Carvajal's a top 3, top 4 player in the world. It was only when Spain won the Euros, you're like, wait, he won this, he won this, he won this. He must be up here. That's not using your eyes or your brain.
Pero no hay un consenso. Yo no puedo decir quién debe merecer o no.
There's no consensus. I can't say who must win the award or who must not. Well, that doesn't align with the out of context quote that has been taken here, does it? He goes on to say that that's why he thinks individual awards are irrelevant, because there's not going to be like a complete consensus. And that Lamine Yamal not only has the potential to win it, but if he doesn't win it this year, he could win it the next year, next 2-3 years. He's going to be fine for it with the likes of Mbappe, Dembele, so on and so forth. I'm telling you, if you actually go and watch the video, you'll see the love that Ronaldo has for Lamine Yamal. He says about how his son even looks alike, like they've got similar complexion, hairstyles, whatever, and that he thinks, you know, Lamine Yamal's a star. The media needs to not put pressure on him, because like, we need to let him flourish into the player that he can be. But you're not going to hear any of that stuff, because that doesn't fit the arrogant anti-Barca personality that they're trying to brandish Cristiano Ronaldo with. If you disagree with anything that I've just outlined that Cristiano Ronaldo has said, like now, then fairs. But just taking what he said out of context and exploding it to the point where we've now got a full-on treble winner posting black screen on his story like it's a year 8 on Snapchat. Like in 2025, I can't believe we're still falling for this. On Twitter, of all places as well.